Good morning, students. Today, we are going to study about judgmental sampling, okay, and which is also called as purposive sampling in non-probability sampling. So, what exactly the judgmental sampling is, or even authoritative sampling is? So, it is a non-probability sampling technique in which the sample members are chosen only on the basis of the researcher's knowledge and judgment. So, here the total selection of the sampling is dependent on the researcher, and he chooses the members and only on his knowledge basis, okay, on his judgment. So as the researcher's knowledge is instrumental in creating a sample in this sampling technique, so there are chances that the results obtained will be highly accurate with a minimum margin of error, because it's totally depends on the researcher's knowledge. So if he is a very experienced person, then obviously the research outcome will be very good, because he is using his own sampling technique and he select the sample size. So the process of selecting a sample using judgmental sampling involves the researcher carefully picking and choosing each individual to be a part of the sample. So he picks it. It's not like there is a population just randomly selected. No, it's totally dependent on the individuality of the researcher. And he does the judgment. On that basis, he select the sampling. So here the researcher's knowledge is primary in this sampling process, as the members of the sample are not randomly chosen. But going for this method, you need to be very experienced. The researcher should be very experienced and the knowledgeable person. So when to execute judgmental sampling? So judgmental sampling is most effective in situation where there are only a restricted number of people in a population who own qualities that a researcher expects from the target population. So on whom we are going to do this research? So the population should be very few, only few available. And in that population, he will again select whom to interact or whom to select as a sample and do the research on them. So here, researchers prefer to implement judgmental sampling when they feel that other sampling techniques will consume more time and that they have confidence in their knowledge to select a sample for conducting research. Okay, so what it explains is here the researchers, whenever he's choosing the sampling, okay, so the technique is totally like it's based on the knowledge of the researchers, okay, and here the where other techniques what we have studied will consume more time, and also that they take a huge cost also. But when we are going with this method, so here the confidence of the researcher is very high, and because of that he select the sample and very few are available. So the most important thing is the population is very restricted, okay, then he select the sample. So judgmental or expert sampling is usually used in situation where the target population comprises of highly intellectual individuals who cannot be chosen by using any other probability or non-probability sampling techniques. So here, to whom we are going to do the research or a survey, okay, so they are very targeted personalities or a population, we can say, and they are very highly intellectual individuals, and they are very few. So it is also used in a situation where the sample selected using other sampling methods need to be approved or filtered. In that situation also, we can go for this sampling method. For instance, in situation where a researcher conducts convenience sampling to gather feedback from professor about their university, but the fact that there are high chances of result to be skewed. Okay, so researchers prefer judgmental sampling to select those professors who will provide 100% feedback about the university. So not going for convincing that asking anybody. The researcher will select specific people that he knows that he will get or she will get the full perfect 100% answer from the people whom they are going to ask. That is nothing but professors from that university. Now, selecting each individual of the sample is critical challenge that an intellectual researcher will undertake. But here you require very huge experience. So it is tedious task to handpick members of a sample while ensuring there is no bias involved whenever we are choosing the population. The authority involved in the selection process may not necessarily be the experts in the field, but they have to comply with certain characteristics expected from a judgmental sampling authority. That is the criteria here. So education or work experience is not considered while appointing authorities for selection process, but they should be expert. Okay, not expert in the sense they should have some characteristics. So on what basis they can decide it. Purposive sampling is used where there is a time constraint for sample creation and the authorities involved will prefer relying on their knowledge and not on the other sampling methods. So there is a time constraint, no need to put huge time over there. So that time you can go for the, not that time, but it should be few also. Then you can go with this type of sampling. But one must keep in mind that fact that a researcher may or may not have the appropriate proficiency to conduct an effective sampling process. Okay, so that has to be taken care while we're going for this method. So this is the only disadvantage of purposive sampling. So each researcher who takes up responsibility of creating a sample using expert sampling will have to be extremely confident in their own skills and understanding of the subject. So then only he can choose or pick the people whom exactly he would like to do the survey. So coming to the examples of judgmental sampling. So consider a scenario where panel decides to understand what are the factors which lead a person to select ethical hacking as a profession. So I hope you know what is ethical hacking. Okay. They are the people who stop hackers from getting into the system or a server. Okay. So why they have selected this a profession? That is the scenario. So it is a skill which has been recently attracting youth. So more and more people are selecting it as a profession nowadays. So the researcher who understand what ethical hacking will be able to decide who should form the sample to learn about it as a profession. Okay. So that is when judgmental sampling is implemented. You can ask, go, filter out. You can select the participant who are eligible. Then you can go for your research sample. There are many tribes in the world which have their own religious beliefs. For instance, the Balinese people follow syncretism, which is considered to be a mixture of Hinduism and Buddhism. Okay, so these are the religious aspect. So for researchers who plan to study culture of Southeast Asian countries, it is advised that they select strata using judgmental sampling as a religious belief. The religious will be a strata, a group of people, and considered to be highly sensitive in this part of the world. Obviously, religion is the highly sensitive part. So due to the sensitivity of the topic, if the samples of those who have appropriate knowledge are created and a research is conducted, a cultural study person, you can say, who is into or a social studies purpose, so he can go for it. Conducted with those samples, result will be highly accurate. But you should have the in-depth knowledge about that particular group or a strata. So probability sampling techniques often produce altered result in such cases. So here you can get the direct answers. Now, what are the advantages of judgmental sampling? It consumes minimum time for execution because sampling direct approach is there. The research is expertise person. Okay. So no barriers involved. Whoever he want, he will go and select from the existing population. So allows researcher to approach their target market directly. So there are no criteria involved in selecting a sample except for the researcher preference. No formula, nothing we are using here. It's totally depend on the researcher. So due to this, he or she can communicate directly with the target audience of their choice and produce desired results. So almost real-time results, a quick poll or survey, we can say, can be conducted with the sample using judgmental sampling, since the members of the sampling will possess appropriate knowledge and understanding of the subject. So that is gives the real-time result for the researcher. So these are the advantages. So this is regarding judgmental sampling. So any doubt regarding this, you can